September 5th, 2010. This is today's climate report. We're going to start off in Mexico, in Tabasco. Officials are saying the situation is very critical. Now, this is in southern Mexico. 2 rivers have overflowed. Over 60% of the state is flooded. And they increased the outflow of one of their dams to try to save it, which is flooding villages downstream. Saying something like 42 villages right now. Over 150,000 people are affected in this. People are not wanting to leave their homes. They're surrounded by water because they're afraid they're going to get robbed. So they're having all kinds of problems down there. In northern Canada, power outage as what was left of Hurricane Earl blew ashore. Tropical storm force winds, heavy rains. We all know the drill, so they had some power outages and some problems up there from Earl. 5 fishing boats capsized in a severe storm off the coast of Mozambique in Africa, killing at least 15 fishermen. Again, in Canada today, we have 2 separate blue-green algae alerts. One for Myers Pier in Belleville in the Ontario area. Another one for Chamcook Lake in St. Andrews. Of course, they're telling you not to eat the shellfish. You cannot get the toxins out of the water by boiling it, that kind of thing. Australia and New South Wales is having all kinds of floods. 2,500 calls for help. Over 100,000 people were without power at one time as a powerful windstorm swept through. They're still saying they have 7 flood warnings still in the affected area. Rivers overflowing, the works. The northern island of New Zealand, torrential rains and gale force winds. Homes and farms flooded. Highways closed, and they're expecting 100 millimeters or more rain to come here shortly, so they're dealing with that, the quake in the southern island and floods in the northern island. Now, Oklahoma has had 2 3.0 or better earthquakes in less than a week. They had 6 small quakes today, or yesterday, starting with anywhere from 1.3 up to 3.3. So something's definitely going on in Oklahoma. I'm not sure if that's from natural gas drilling or whatever, but we're definitely got some active areas right there in the middle of the United States. Indonesia's upgraded their volcano alert level to 2 on the Sulawaya Agam, Seulawahagam, Sulawaya Agam volcano. Went from level 1 to level 2. Apparently they've been having a lot of earthquakes and activity down there, so they went ahead and upgraded that volcano. That'll definitely be one to watch. That giant iceberg that broke off of Petermann's Glacier in Greenland is now moving its way out into the Nares Strait. I believe this thing's like 100 miles wide. I remember reporting on that last month or so. It's finally working its way out to the ocean. And on Spaceweather today, sunspot 1105 is spreading like a rash across the sun's surface, and it's pretty cool. As far as the pictures they have on there, I will attach a link to that picture below. And it really does look like a rash, and they have a little story on spaceweather.com about it. They're saying there's some small Class B style magnetic flares coming off of it, and it's just kind of really weird. And that's also facing in our direction. And again, solar winds are expected to arrive from that coronal hole facing us. It's due anytime, so look for aurora lights in the northern southern hemisphere. The usual when it comes to the solar winds. What's going on in my neighborhood today? Today we've had scattered thunderstorms. Nice cool day. The rain wasn't too much of a pain. We did have some pretty good lightning there for a little bit. I got a little wet walking to work. Other than that, tomorrow it's supposed to be pretty hot, but I'll report on that tomorrow. Let me know what's going on in your neck of the woods, what's happening in your neighborhood, and we'll all kind of watch this climate change as it happens together. Thanks a lot, everybody.